What's up YouTube, and welcome back to Homebrew Subaru. In this episode I'm going to polish up the headlamps for the Forester and install some new LED bulbs. What's up everyone? So yes, I will be going ahead and polishing the Forester headlamps today. You can see this one isn't very bad. The driver's side has a little bit more hazing and gonna need a little bit more time spent on it. I was thinking of taking these apart to take out the amber lens that's in there, but they're already blacked out and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I think just updating the lighting with some LED bulbs will do the job. So I get some high beam, low beam, some clearance, and some turn signal bulbs. The grill at the same time, I'm going to clean it up as best I can, and I am also going to spray it with that gloss black. The roof rails, they are quite faded and I can't get them to blacken right up. And I was thinking, well, if I just spray them the same gloss black as what the spoiler is, it'll kind of match things up on the roof line. And because I have the gloss black, I might as well just go ahead and do it. So I've got the headlight kind of resting in the vise, clamped on the biggest squared off part of plastic I could. You don't want to be wrestling this thing in the vise on the plastic base because it'll just crack and snap right off. Especially being, years old. The plastics on these are pretty strong, but you can break these ends off very easily. So just kind of sitting there. I'm going to start with some of my industrial cleaner to see how bad this actually is. Because I'm hoping that most of it just comes off. You see the green-brown color. This is a replacement headlamp. So actually it's not looking too bad at all. It's a lot better than I thought it was. So now that this one's clean, I can see that it's, fairly clear and it doesn't have really any UV damage to it. I think I can just go ahead and start buffing. And I don't know if the other one's going to be any worse. I'm going to try a little spot on it just to see if it is. And then if not, I just literally just have to buff and polish these up. So basically I'm just going to try and get this lens to clear up a lot more than what it is. The other lens actually doesn't have as much hazing as this. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to spend a little bit more time or do a second pass, but there's one way to find out. So realistically, the one pass did quite an amazing job. It got rid of a lot of the film that was on there. But after the pass, I've noticed like there's some some kind of glue or sap, something that the compound won't actually lift. So I'm going to try and get some of it off, and then I'll go over it a second time. A little goo gone, pick that stuff off, no problem. So now it is nice and smooth, there's nothing left on there. Just go ahead and give it one more quick buffing. Just another quick wipe down. Let's see what we come up with. Now that's already night and day from what it was. And I think that is going to be satisfactory. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit of polish. I really don't know what this is going to do, if it's going to really shine it up or not, but let's go for it and see what happens. Well, that looks pretty good to me. Way better than what it was. So this one's done. I will do the other one off camera. Next we're going to move on to the LED bulbs that I purchased. So these are all the LED bulbs that I purchased on Amazon. Got some H4s for the high and low beam, some 7440 for the turn signals, and I've got 4 of them so I can do front and back, and some little wedge bulbs, I believe just 194s in amber, to kind of get into this down here and the little one up top there. So I don't know how easy these things are to get into. I haven't even had them out yet. So I went with this style. It's a little bit newer than the ones I've seen because it actually has an internal fan as opposed to having one on the backside or in a weird location that makes them really big, because this will seat right into the stock housing really nicely. So I'm eager to see what those look like. The turn signals, basically the same thing as I have in the Impreza. They light up really nicely, really bright. So yeah, I've got 4 for the front and rear. I'll do the rear another time. And then just these 194 style wedge bulbs. Cut this one open. I think just got 4 of them in there. So they are ultra brights as well, and they should work in these quite well and bright, but I don't know. We're just going to have to put them in and see what it looks like. I've actually decided to go ahead and spray the actual roof bars along with the rails. So there we are, all primed. And then I went ahead and sprayed everything with gloss black. 2 coats. And I went ahead and did the grill as well. So I'll take the time and remove all the masking, pop the grill in with the lights. We'll see how it turned out. And here you're able to get a better look of how things turned out. The grill with the headlights in. And the roof rails and racks. I do have the eBay sticker like covering some broken paint, but I really think things turned out exactly the way I pictured them. So I still do have everything in there loose. I was just kind of making sure all the bulb connections were good and everything was lighting up properly. I did have to switch out the amber bulbs in behind the amber lens because they just, the color looked too strange. So I put some white LEDs in there to match it up with the other amber light. And everything is working. Let's take a look, see what it looks like. So I am very happy with the way the headlights turned out. They cleaned up really well, and with the new LED lights and the grille, it changed the whole front look of the vehicle. Spraying up the roof rack and the rails matched up with the spoiler in the back. It's not, you know, a drastic change, but all these little things are making a big difference. So everything works really good in the front. All the lighting's working good, and basically I just got to clean up the little bezels around the headlamps and then get everything installed. I'm kind of done with the exterior now. The wiper arms, I need to pop those off at some point and spray those, but I need the windshield replaced, so I might as well wait till I get the windshield done until I do that. Clean it. I've got to clean all the polish off the windows and the trim, go over the actual trim, and then after that I'm basically done on the outside. So I think next week we're going to be moving on to the interior. I'm not sure exactly what I have planned, so you just have to tune in and see. But yeah, if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here and haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me. Leave your questions and comments further down below, and I'll see you in the next one.